Hi, good afternoon. This is Touch of Class. Welcome back. How's my audience today? Well, I have a very special guest that's here, and this is actually a good friend of mine. Her name is Deanna Bundy, and she was at my black tie event in September 2015, and she's here appearing today because she got a lot of information for the audience for you today. And she have an office in Southfield at 24001 Southfield.
That's correct.
Okay, so can you please give them your number?
My number is 248-875-7720.
Suite 106. Remember that, Suite 106. When we go later into the show, we're going to give you the address again, so please jot that down, and her suite number, and her phone number, and it will be on the bottom of the screen. So I have some questions for you today, Deanna.
Okay.
And I appreciate you being here today. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. Okay, everybody. So Deanna, what inspired you to become a lawyer?
Well, I consider practicing law my second career. I consider this my retirement career. I spent over 20 years in corporate America, working for information technology firms, and I decided that I wanted to do something different during a downturn in the economy, so I decided I'd go to law school and become an attorney.
Oh, that's good. You hear that, audience? So, how many years did it take to practice law?
Well, I went to law school, and that took 4 years, and I graduated in 2009, and I was admitted to the bar in 2010. So I've been practicing for 6 years now.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And she's so nice, everyone. If you are watching the show, please make sure you contact her. The number again?
My number is 248-875-7720, or you can go to my website, which is www.bundylegalservices.com.
All right. Did you all get that information? Please make sure you jot that down. We have a lot going on today and a lot of things to talk about with Deanna today. So I'm glad she's here, and we're going to be doing bigger things this year, especially with Deanna. She's going to come on the show more than once. So here we go. So what type of law do you practice, Deanna?
I'm a bankruptcy attorney, so I do bankruptcies for individuals and small businesses. So I do
Okay.
Chapter 7, Chapter 13, and Chapter 11.
All right. Actually, we met that way. I looked her up, and I was at her office, and now we're best friends.
That's
Thank
right.
you. I love her. So everyone, please, she's a very good person, and she's a very good lawyer, and I know that for a fact because I've been there. So please make sure you contact Deanna. Her office is in Southfield, 24001 Southfield, Michigan, Suite 106. Please make sure that you jot that down and note it, and contact her, and she will help you out. Yeah. So what is the cost to file bankruptcy?
Well, it depends on the individual situation.
Okay.
The costs vary. If you're doing a Chapter 7, that's anywhere from maybe $1,000 to $1,500, depending on if it's a married couple. Chapter 13, those fees are set by the court. So that's a flat $3,500, unless we charge,
Okay.
fee. If we do a fee agreement, then it's a little bit more. But I charge $3,500 for Chapter 13, and you don't have to pay all of that all at once. It's spread out over the length of your plan.
So you do make budgets for your clients?
Yeah, I definitely have payment arrangements for Chapter 7s or Chapter 11s and 13s. Anything that you're filing,
Okay.
we can have a
All
payment
right.
plan.
See that she have a payment plan. People, take note of it. She's a very sweet person, and she's good at what she do, and I know that for a fact. But we're going to take a few minutes and take a break, and we're going to be right back with Touch of Class. Thank you. Hi, welcome back to Touch a Class. As you know, today I have Deanna on here, and she's a lawyer, and she's a very good friend of mine, and she's on my show today. We had took a break, but we're back. And so I have questions I need to ask her about her law firm. Her office is really nice. It's in Southfield, so she's going to tell you the number, and at the end of the show, you will have her name and number on the bottom of your screen so you can contact her. All right, Deanna, here we go. So, will bankruptcy help you or will bankruptcy hurt you?
It depends on, everybody's different, so it depends on your situation. I have a lot of people who file bankruptcy. They may be student. Actually have some students who file. They can't get a job because they don't have a degree, and then they can't get a good enough job to pay off their debt. So they're kind of in a situation where they would just, it's easier for them to file bankruptcy, just get rid of the debt, then they can focus on their studies and go to school full time. If you're being garnished by your employer, then maybe bankruptcy is one way we can stop that. If you're facing foreclosure on your home, we can stop that by filing a bankruptcy. That will be a Chapter 13.
Okay, what if you have a car, just hypothetically, and you file bankruptcy and they trying to take your car? Is there any way possible that the person can keep the car?
Yeah, but you just have to remember when you file bankruptcy that if you want to keep a car will be considered a secured asset. So that's something that you have a lien on, like a car or a house. You just have to continue to pay for that, pay your note. But we can get it caught up in bankruptcy. We can stop the repossession proceedings and set up a plan with the car company so you can catch up and be back on track.
Oh, wow, I wish I'd known that.
Yes, and even if they've taken your car, can sometimes get it back, just depending on how long.
I never told you that. I had a car.
Yeah, I had to get all the information though. That's the important part.
Okay. So we got to move right along, audience. Well, wow. Will filing bankruptcy affect my credit?
Yeah, it will definitely affect your credit, but once you file your bankruptcy, in about a year and a half, your score will increase. And for the average person, it goes into the mid-sevens. So it's the quickest way to increase your credit score. Most people who are paying minimum balances, that won't really do it. You won't see an appreciable difference in your credit score, but bankruptcy will definitely increase it.
Okay. So there's a lot of information she's giving everyone. So please, again, take note from Touch a Class that Deanna's here, and she's actually, I'm so happy and proud that she's here today. So audience, please write this down, and please write her address and her suite number and her phone number. What is your number again, Deanna?
It is 248-875-7720.
Please call her, and I mean it. If you can't call her or you missed her number, my number is 313-918-9920. Of course, you know my website, www.bgntv.net. Touch a Class. Contact me if you want to contact Deanna if you can't call her. So either one is fine. All right, let's move on to some more questions. So, does the new bankruptcy law affect me?
Well, the new bankruptcy law made it a little more difficult to file a Chapter 7. At one time, anyone could have filed a Chapter 7 regardless of your income. But now with the changes in the law, filing a Chapter 7 is strictly based on your household size and your income. So you still may be able, the average person still can file, depending on how much they make a year and how many dependents they have.
Okay.
So if you can't do a 7, then you have to do a Chapter 13. And that's where you are in bankruptcy for a 3 to 5 year period.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So how many times can you file bankruptcy?
Right now, you can file a Chapter 7 every 8 years.
Okay.
And a 13 has to be 4 years between filings. But
So if you go to court, what would the judge say if you up there a second time?
it happens a lot, so it just depends on who your judge is, who your trustee is. They may ask you why you're back, what kind of change in your circumstances, what's happening.
Okay.
But you have a constitutional right to file bankruptcy, so they can't tell you no, you filed before, so you can't file.
Oh, so that's so
as long
you
as
can.
Yeah, you can definitely file more than once, as long as you
okay.
meet that time period.
Okay.
You're good.
8 years. I thought it was 7, but
It was, and with the new law, it changes every so often.
So
it was 6, and then 7, and now it's 8 years between
Oh
files.
wow! So what else have what I don't know? That's new that they came up with.
Those
the law.
are basically the guidelines for the amount, the limits, the income limits. Those increase and sometimes decrease every year. So say for household size of 1, you have to make under $45,000 a year in order to file a Chapter 7 bankruptcy.
Wow.
So
What if you make less than that?
if you make less, then you can definitely do it. But 45 is kind of the cutoff for a Chapter 7 for one person.
Okay. All right. So, which is better for a person, Chapter 7 or Chapter 13?
Well,
the two are different, right?
Yeah, those are different. It just depends. If you have a home and it's facing foreclosure, then you definitely probably should do a Chapter 13.
Okay.
If you want to keep your house. If you don't want to keep it, then and you meet the income guidelines, and you can do a Chapter 7 and just get rid of all of it.
Really?
Yes.
What if you want to keep your car?
If you want to keep your car, you can. Either chapter will allow you to keep your vehicle.
Either one.
Yeah, either one. You can keep your vehicle in a Chapter 7, but you just you have to keep insurance on it, and you have to keep your payments up.
Oh wow! So do the payments go down?
No, they don't. That's one of the other changes that happened with the new law. There used to be a feature to call cram down, where we could cram the value down to the market value or the KBB or whatever, the actual value of the car. But that went away with the new bankruptcy laws.
Wow. So, I guess you told me what Chapter 7 is and what Chapter 13 is. I'm still not understanding that because...
It's okay. Chapter 7 is called a liquidation, and that's where you're basically telling the trustee to, look, just take all my property, sell it, and use that money to pay my creditors. But you don't have to. In most cases, we can protect the equity in your assets so that you'll be allowed to keep them. But any unprotected equity is turned over to the trustee. That whole process takes anywhere from 90 to 100 days. A Chapter 13 is called a repayment plan. It's like you're on a budget plan or it's like a budget. Basically, you're paying back your debts over a 3 to 5 year period.
Okay.
You pay your secured assets first, like your house note, your car note, insurance, taxes, things like that. And then whatever is left that money is divided by, it goes to your unsecured creditors. So they get their what's called a pro rata share of whatever's left.
Okay. So what is a debate discharge?
A discharge, that's when you're at the end of your bankruptcy, all of your debts that we've listed that are unsecured are discharged. It means they're gone, they're wiped out, and you're debt free.
Okay. I got an example.
Okay.
Just say hypothetically I filed.
Yes.
And I have something on there that was supposed to be taken off and I didn't do it.
Okay.
And just say I wait 2 years later to do it. What happens then?
Well, it just depends. Now, if your case was what they call a no asset case, like they didn't take any of your property, they didn't sell it, they didn't use the money to pay your creditors, then if that debt incurred before we filed your bankruptcy case, that debt will be discharged also. So you just need to contact your attorney, which could be me. Just contact your attorney, and they'll send a letter to the creditor notifying them of the bankruptcy and that debt, and letting them know that debt is discharged. Even though they didn't get notice, official notice, once they receive any kind of notice, like a notice from their attorney, then that debt will be wiped out too.
Yes.
So, yeah.
God is so good.
You just need to notify your attorney.
I will call. Well, she's here.
Okay, so.
Okay. So how long does bankruptcy take?
Well, Chapter 7 on average takes anywhere from 90 to 100 days.
Okay.
Chapter 13 takes 3 to 5 years. It just depends on your income. So, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's more money for Chapter 13, right?
It ends up being more money because you're paying it back. It just depends, though. I mean, if you have a house and the only reason you're filing the 13 is to save your home,
Mhm.
then we'll be paying your mortgage and then the arrears, the amount that you were behind. Say you're in a 3-year plan, 136 of that amount you'll be paying that monthly. So it just gives you a chance to catch up.
Wow.
So which they give you 3 years or 5 years,
Okay.
whatever you need.
All right, Tetra class, there you go. We got a lot of good information today, and I appreciate Deanna being here, and I have some things to ask her after the show, of course.
Okay.
I'm glad she's here, and she's giving you a lot of information, and I think you need to pick up, and I think you need to call her. So please make sure you tune in. If you did not, write this down, www.bgntv.net for Touch a Class. And if you can't contact me at 313-918-9920, please make sure you call Deanna. Deanna, can you please repeat your number, please?
Sure, my number is 248-875-7720.
All right. I said, Deanna's a good friend of mine, and one day I seen her on a commercial. She did so excellent. Is there anything you'd like to add to that, Deanna?
I just want to let people know that good people get into financial trouble all the time. So don't feel bad about the fact that you may have debt or guilty that you're filing debt. That the laws are set out there to help you. So, you don't have to be stressed out. You don't have to be completely broke. You can have money in the bank and still qualify to file a Chapter 7 or Chapter 13.
Okay.
So,
Well, thank you. Anything else you would like to add to?
so just come on out and see me. Like she said, I do offer payment plans. So, you don't worry about money being an obstacle. We can work something out. I'll work with you. And if you're garnished, you definitely need to get in here as soon as possible.
Yes.
And that's before you decide to take all the money out of your 401k plan, before you cash in your life insurance policies, before you do all that. We have laws to protect you and protect your assets. So don't worry about losing everything. Just give me a call. Let me see what's going on first.
All right. You got that? Again, 24001 Southfield, Michigan, Suite 106, Deanna Bundy, my girl. She's a lawyer and she can help you out, and she do have a payment plan. So audience, please be noted that you can contact her, and she's a very helpful person. We need that in our community. We need people like her. So please make sure you jot the information down or call her and contact her. Deanna, I don't know the number.
My number is 248-875-7720.
Please, if you have anything else to add before we
No,
take
I
off.
just thank you for inviting me to your show, Tina. I really appreciate it. We are good friends, and she's a very nice person also.
I love her. She is so sweet. We're getting ready for the next event. We're trying to do it this year.
Okay,
So
sounds
we're working
good.
on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
had a good time at the last one.
Thank you. Actually, we're having a chef come to the house, so we're going to have a house
Oh,
staff.
excellent.
So that's how I'm going to be there. My producer, he was there, and of course Deanna was there with her husband, and we had a beautiful time.
Yes, we did.
So we're looking for better things on Touch a Class, and I'm so happy and honored that she's here today, and I appreciate the audience for tuning in. Make sure you contact her, Deanna, at her law firm, and make sure you contact me if you can't contact her. Again, my number is 313-918-9920. I know you're tired of me saying that, but I need you to call. We need you to call us as women and do better things for our community, because she's a very helpful person and she will do the best to get you the best. So please contact her. I really appreciate it again.
All right. Thank you.
I got a couple more questions I want to ask you.
Okay.
And so I hope you're enjoying the show. Is Chapter 13 bankruptcy the right option for someone like me or no?
Well, like I said, if you have a house and it's facing foreclosure, or you make too much money to do a Chapter 7, then a Chapter 13 will be very, very helpful for you.
Okay. And so is Chapter 7 bankruptcy the right option for?
Yeah.
That's for like people with lower income
Lower
than
incomes.
$45,000.
Well, that's for one person. It goes up depending on your household size. So you can even make $100,000 a year if you have maybe 5 kids. You know, it
Oh,
just depends
really?
on the size of your family.
I didn't know that one.
Yeah, so
Can I file chapter uh, 7 with no kids? You can.
you can.
You can.
Anybody can file it. There's no debt limit. Like you have to have $10,000 worth of debt. That's not true. You know.
Okay.
So you can do a Chapter 7. Even if I have one person who filed a Chapter 7 because she had a DTE bill that's been following her for years.
Mhm.
It was about $20,000, but we were able to get rid of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you hear that, audience? $20,000. 20.
I even
DTE.
have some of my students that have less than 10,000, but they can't afford to pay it. So if you can't afford to pay it, it's just driving your credit score down.
Wow.
So it's maybe a good thing to just wipe it out and start fresh.
See, people, you don't have to be rich to file bankruptcy. It's how you budget your money. When I was at her office, I had to sit down and watch a tape, and it told me what to do with creditors. And you know what? 90% of us need to watch that. It's real. It was deep, and I was glad I watched it. Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah.
I was so happy and honored to watch it because there was a lot of things I didn't know, and it's a lot of things that made me kind of tight on my money.
Yeah. Well, what she's referring to is the fact that when you file bankruptcy, you have to take 2 credit counseling classes. The first class is considered credit counseling, and they go over budgeting, and they teach you about fixed expenses, variable expenses.
Mhm.
And at the end, they even offer you a budgeting program that you can download for free. The
Mhm.
second class is considered debtor education, and then they reiterate some of the information that they went over during the credit counseling. But again, they at the end they just try to encourage you to stay on your budget.
Okay. See, audience, a lot of information that me and Deanna gave today. She gave you a lot. So you need to contact her at what number?
248-875-7720.
Please make sure you go to her office and talk to her, or either call her. It will be on the bottom of the screen, and touch a class number. Again, it's 313-918-9920. My number. So please. And I'm going to take a minute because I have someone here. Would you please come over here, Shirley, and say hi to the audience? Just say hi. Come on. Come on. We have a little audience today. This
Yes.
is my family. And I just wanted you to say hi to everyone.
Hi, everybody.
She's with us today.
And she's beautiful.
She's beautiful.
Thank you.
We doing a little things out here today, so we all
It
supposed
was
to go.
so interesting. You said I was really
I'm
into
so
it.
glad
So
that
interesting.
she's here, and we've been together for 2 days. I'm on vacation.
Oh, good. Right.
Just until
Spring
Monday.
break, right?
Yes, I'm so
I have
happy.
enjoyed every moment. Oh my
So,
God. She got me
audience,
out the house.
here we go.
All right, good.
Audience, here we go. Deanna's here. Make sure you contact her. Her office at 24001 Southfield, Michigan. So, ladies and gentlemen, please
Okay.
make sure you contact Deanna. Deanna, do you have anything to add before we leave?
No, just thank you for inviting me to your show. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. And I'm so honored that you came. I'm so
Thank you.
glad. That's my baby right here.
I was in it. Wasn't I?
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned and make sure you jot her information when this show airs. Make sure you call her. Please call her. And make sure if you can't get in touch with Deanna, you can always call me at 313-918-9920 at Touch a Class. Please make sure you call us both. You need help. And don't look at it like that. You need help. If you need assistance with bankruptcy, please contact Deanna. Thank you so much for being here
All
today.
right, thank you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
It was so nice meeting you.
And Mama, thank you for coming.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
Love her. So, ladies and gentlemen, please contact us as soon as you can. And we get ready to go out. Touch a Class is going off the air right now. But I thank you so much for being here. And again, give us both a call. Her office is at 24001 Southfield, Michigan, Suite 106. And the number is 248.
875-7720.
Yes, if you need anything done, she do budget plans. She will work with you. If you need any assistance, she will help you. So please contact her as soon as you can. I mean, as soon as you can. Or contact me, Touch a Class. And of course, my number will be on the screen. So please stay tuned. And I hope you had a beautiful time today. Good afternoon, people, and good evening. Goodbye. Thank you.
My name is Mike Duggan, and I'm watching the Bell Global Network.
Hey, keep it locked. It's your boy Eaddy, watching the Bell Global Network. You know how it is.
Hi, I'm Charlie Langton, and you're watching the Bell Global Network.
Hi, this is Martha Reeves, and you're watching Bell Global Network.
Hi, everybody. I'm telling you, everything that happened to me that was good, God did it. I'm Evelyn Turrentine, AG, and you're watching the Bell Global Network.
This is Pastor D. Alexander Bullock of Preachers of Detroit, and you're watching the Bell Global Network.
This is Bishop Edgar Van of Second Ebenezer Church in Detroit, Michigan, and you're watching the Bell Global Network.
Hi, I'm Bernadette Stanis. You know me best as Thelma from the TV show Good Times, and you are watching Bell Global Network.